Hey, Umuchinekele, or Abrala. Hey, I'll get the money here. On Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Ahamadike, Biafra. Biafra, Penu. Hey, I don't talk him before. When I know why here. When I come below, when I hear, say, I know why here. No problem. When the war starts, we go know who be who. Biafrans, Biafrans, Biafrans. How many times did I call you? You don't want to listen. I say, boycott every churches that is against freedom. Boycott every food from the Fulani herdsmen. Boycott every onions from the Boko Haram. Boycott anything that come from the north. When we say that no one more could go, they don't want to leave us where we go. But they want to carry their food to poison us. Go punish them. And start going to boycott anything will go bring death. And timely death for Igbo land. Biafra land, boycott all their food, not eat their food. I don't talk about boycott, Dangote product, anything we bring. Now, right, you want to take and kill you, you want to put you under subjection. No listen to them, no buy their food, no buy their cement, no buy their chicken, no buy their anything. I tell you, if you try them, God don't punish you. Now they're hungry you. Now that is the hungry you. Let's I forget. Make an answer now one question. Jumama and Emeka, you can answer me this question very carefully. Land did not finish for Sabah. Land did not finish for Wede. Land did not finish for Anambra. Land did not there Port Harcourt. Land did not there. Why not they deceive themselves? Say only Yoruba land and Hausa land when I go build the whole match when I go get in the whole world. Now crazy the world now. When are they crazy? May God forgive you now. Make them come back home. I don't talk about. I say boycott every food from Hausa. Boycott their kuli, boycott their suya, boycott their sugar cane. You don't block your say no one here. One day, I tell you, one day, very, very soon, they go roast human being like a suya, give you for me to go chop and from Hausa, go this and I limit. I don't talk about. No one listen. Take time. Biafrans. Boycott anything that has to do with the Hausa Fulani herdsmen, Boko Haram, all their products. Now lie. I said I lie yo. They want to take and kill you. They want to take your land, invade your house and sleep with your women. They're dangerous. So anything that has to do with them. Remember, Boko, when I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. When I say Boko, you say haram. Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen. Fulani herdsmen. They are bet of self so all of them be the same thing. Now brothers and sisters though, they know they look back for a kilo, they chop human being like suya. That's how I did not tell you. Any Igbo man, any Biafra man, where you make investment for North, for Kanu, for Sokoto, for Meduguri, Taraba, anywhere where you get investment. Sell and come back home, die no day. They won't kill you. Boycott anything that has to do with Hausa. They are dangerous. Not so I do not tell you. They say they be get a man, not take them more. They say they do pedicure, they do manicure, they won't clean your leg, they won't clean your house. No grill, they won't kill you, they go chop you. Not only that one, including their food and their products and anything that has to do with them. Anything where one concern them, not them. Not only that one, if you not say there for Lagos, if they go to Yoruba man church, if they waste your time, carry your time, they pay, they throw your money up and down. Sell the whole property where you go there. Go back home. They don't want you, they don't want you, you know one listen. The people where they bring on this message in a Biafran referendum media group worldwide under the leadership of Mazen and the Kane Ohamadike Biafra, one of Biafran land. Thank you, Kemesia. Mr. Producer.
Ipob. One way money. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. It's not by force to be together. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. Naturally, Biafra. People go. Naturally, Biafra go. Naturally, my people go. Naturally, my people go. Let my people go. Wake up this morning. I look in the sky, all I see is rising sun. up this morning and look in the sky, all I see is rising sun. Obodo Chukwu Choloma, Obodo Chukwu na Lolua, the land of the rising sun. Yeah, let my people go. Yeah, let my people go. Ekele nande kalo, for making us to know what freedom is all about. Yeah, ekele nande kalo, for making us to know what freedom is all about. What freedom is all about. Ekele nande kalo, making us to know what freedom is all about. Blessing at Opakise mukisike, onyama Biafrans in the morning. We are not fighting for war, but freedom. All we need is freedom. Nande kalolo mekelegi yo, olu mekelegi. Olu mati, olu mekelegi yo, olu mekelegi. Olu nekuri, olu mekelegi yo, olu mekelegi. Ipob, olu mekelegi yo. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. We are not fighting for war. We are fighting for freedom. Let my people go. Let my people go. Let my people go. I feel we one family. Let my people go. We live together as one. Let my people go. We can never be banished. Let my people go. No matter what the devil may do. Let my people go. We keep on going higher. Let my people go. We are one love. Let my people go. Umuchuko kikabiam. Let my people go. Nande kalo. Let my people go. Eji mohura wase. Let my people go. Obasibi edike bagu. Let my people go. Eba boleno. Let my people go. Asengato lojo. Let my people go. Oye neche bilse no kiso. Let my people go. Whether devil like it or not. Let my people go. Biafra must come. Let my people go. We must be free. Let my people go. Credible you see. Credible you see. Guess me. Anyway. Akwangura gagwana Biafra ya against him no wasi. Guess you ain't make it a one day. Guess you can't make. We are going higher. Incredible you see Wabia.
Extract from the 29th of March special broadcast of Mazin Mt. Kanyu in response to the revocation of his bail and supposed issue of arrest warrant. March 31, 2019, The Biafra Times. What is happening in my case is microcosm of everything that is wrong with the zoo judiciary. The level of ignorance of the law is such that I pity those that have and are likely to come into contact with the zoo, Nigerian, judiciary in the future. These are facts the Alimajiri, Nigerian, legal system must be made aware of. I am not a Nigerian citizen, therefore your silly bail revocation is completely meaningless to me. If anything, the manner and timing of the revocation of my bail smacks of desperation. The damaging testimony of Chidiebere Onwudiwe, who like myself and the rest of my co-defendants were subjected to torture, degrading and inhumane treatment, was so shocking that Binta Nyako decided to help the Fulani cabal dictatorship to sweep it off the headlines. They chose the issue of my bail revocation as the best way to bury the horrific torture of Biafrans in their custody. Binta Nyako, like the disgraced John Tsoho before her, have shown they are in the pocket of the cabal. Any veneer PF independence vertical bar Binta Nyako may claim to possess, have disappeared with the way she have so far handled herself in this matter. Till date, Binta Nyako has not even defined the crime that I committed, because under their Nigerian criminal code and contrary to widespread propaganda and misinformation, secession is not a crime defined in any penal code or law in Nigeria or any other country on earth for that matter. Request for referendum is not a crime either. Self-determination is also not a crime. If not, there will be no Scottish Nationalist Party. I am therefore at a loss to understand why Binta Nyako is allowing this case to proceed. The Africa Charter on Human and People's Rights, which Nigeria is a signatory to, makes it explicitly clear that self-determination is not a crime. Cloaking self-determination with the nonsensical charge of treasonable felony designed to get the juices of anti-Biafra media in Nigeria flowing, is deceptive, and no sensible court of law should have allowed that to stand. Treasonable felony is committed with bombs, guns and bullets, not radio broadcast, street rallies or call for referendum. If vertical bar Binta Nyako as a judge doesn't know this, then I feel sorry for Nigeria and her largely illiterate population. If the intention of the Fulani Janjaweed bench warrant is to get me to stop exposing Jibril al-Sudani, then not only is Binta Nyako mistaken, but the entire Fulani cabal is embarking on one hell of an expensive exercise in futility. I will redouble my efforts to ensure that the impostor from Sudan is driven from office in disgrace. My devotion to the absolute and puritanical pursuit of the total restoration of the sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra is unwavering. Binta Nyako and her fellow Fulani handlers must understand one thing about me: I am destructively stubborn, and if I say the zoo will fall, the zoo will fall. They can delay this inevitability all they like, but as Soviet Union and every other man-made empire collapsed, so will Nigeria. Common sense dictates that before you send anybody to jail for whatever reason or revoke their bail, you first investigate the circumstances that may have led that person to be unavailable. As an upright judge, you equally dispose of the issue of sureties before going ahead to issue bench warrant. This is simple common sense and not even a question of the finer interpretations of the law. It is equity and justice which any right-thinking person would have expected a judge like Binta Nyako to be aware of. Perhaps in Fulani sharia law, which now appears to govern the Nigerian jurisprudence, there is no presumption of innocent before proven guilty. That is why countless number of innocent men and women are languishing in detention centers without trial. Unbeknown to most legal practitioners in Nigeria and especially their high court judges, the 1999 military constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the supposed highest law in the land, makes it clear that nobody should be held in detention without trial for more than 2 months. Where it is ascertained that a person has been in detention for more than 2 months, bail in that instance should be automatically granted, as the discretion to grant bail or not no longer resides with the judge. Go and read it. Nigerian Constitution of 1999. Idiotic judges like Binta Nyako circumvent this constitutional provision by citing the Administration of Criminal and Justice Vertical Bar Act, ACJA, that grants discretion to judges. But in their idiocy they forgot that the Constitution is the highest law in the land. ACJA is a simple law and not a constitutional amendment, therefore the Constitution takes precedent. I feel sorry for those practicing law in Nigeria. I wholeheartedly welcome this development of my bail revocation, and I am looking forward to the judicial stupidity of Binta Nyako being ventilated at the world stage. The best thing that can ever happen to our march towards freedom is Binta Nyako's court and her ill-conceived and vindictive pronouncements. Should they request Interpol intervention in this matter, I will give my lawyers here in the UK the instruction we need to launch a no-holds-barred legal assault on the zoo. So I am waiting for them. Europe and Interpol is not a bunch of wild beasts like Nigerian law courts and her security services. In Europe there is rule of law which is also binding on Interpol too. My lawyers are waiting for an Interpol red notice against my name and all hell will break loose. If the intention of Binta Nyako is to curtail my travels, thereby limiting Ipob diplomatic offensive, then let me assure Biafrans that our enemies have failed too. I will continue to travel to and from civilized countries where rule of law obtains. I am Biafran that hold British citizenship. Nigerian law courts and their poorly educated judges is of no consequence to me. Binta Nyako should stop acting as the prosecutor in this case, which is a position she assumed right from the onset. She has no jurisdiction to hear the case, which is why she never allows my lawyer to speak in court. Why must she shout down my lawyers in court while giving all the time in the world to make their weak argument? If she is confident there is a prosecutable offense before her, she should hear the motion before her challenging the jurisdiction of her court. She chooses which application to entertain and which one to reject. No judge worth her salt will ride roughshod over the sensitive issue of jurisdiction in her own court. Best practice dictates that you dispose of any jurisdictional issues before proceeding to substantive hearing. Up till today no credible witness nor evidence has been presented before Binta Nyako. This takes me back to the one of her rulings when she was reminded in her own court there isn't any evidence to support the bogus charge of treasonable felony. Binta Nyako ruled that although there is no evidence before her to substantiate the charge of treasonable felony, she was however allowing the trial to proceed because the Attorney General of the zoo said they have a key witness and a video. The prosecution have so far called 2 witnesses, both of whom are DSS officers that were present when the torture of Chidiebere Onwudiwe was going on. The earth-shattering evidence which the prosecution claimed to possess is still nowhere to be found. In which court of law is the only prosecution evidence the testimony of a security operative who happened to be where a suspect was interviewed? Where is the smoking gun evidence or the so-called video Binta Nyako ruled the whole case is predicated upon? The entire case against me and my men were built on web of lies which Legacy bought on Expressway Media bought hook, line and sinker. It is purely based on a mythical witness and video which they have so far failed to produce. I wish to place it on record that Binta Nyako has no shred of evidence before her to justify this travesty of justice. Where is the evidence of treasonable felony, I ask? For most of those tabloid newspapers that took it upon themselves to defend the injustice in the court of Binta Nyako, I have a question for you. Where on earth have you witnessed a trial of treasonable felony without any shred of evidence? This is the reason why I call Nigeria a zoo. Those they call Nigerians cannot reason like human beings. How can you accuse somebody of murder without telling us who the victim is? No dead body, no murder weapon. This is exactly what Binta Nyako is doing, because having accused me of treasonable felony, they have failed till this day. Go provide one shred of evidence to back up their claim, not minding that self-determination is not even a crime in Nigeria. It is highly unfortunate that Binta Nyako through her actions and conduct may have given her approval for the invasion of my house with the sole intention to kill me, since she lacked the evidence to convict me in a court of law. If not, she would have asked questions about how the military invaded my house and killed 28 people including Jack, my dog. What Binta Nyako is saying is that the death of 28 human beings is of no consequence to her because they were killed by her fellow Fulani people in uniform. The reason Binta Nyako is insisting on my appearance before her court is to set me up for assassination by the Nigerian military yet again, since their plan to kill me on September 14, 2017 failed. Binta Nyako cannot deny the fact she was placed on judicial notice about the military invasion of my house and the death of 28 innocent men. She took cognizance of this very fact when an application was tabled before her asking her to hold the Nigerian army liable for unlawful act occasioning force majeure. This is exactly the point my sureties have argued successfully. Any sensible or reasonable judge would have recognized that I am a ward of court and therefore entitled to some measure of protection. Even this simple logic is lost on her and her cattle-loving Fulani cabal. If not for the vigilance of the defense team handling the case for my sureties, Binta Nyako would have done the bidding of the cabal and sent a bribe to prison. Her sole intention was to collect 300 million naira from my sureties to keep swelling the coffers of the Fulani judiciary. How many Fulani people convicted of far more heinous crimes ever posted cash bond? This is the question I want Binta Nyako to answer. How many Fulani herdsmen have you asked to deposit cash bond as part of their bail condition? How many Boko Haram suspects have you ever demanded cash bond from? This is confirmation that we Biafrans are not wanted in that contraption called Nigeria. One law for the Fulani and another law for the rest of the people. The Biafra Times 2019. Contact us, biafrawriters@ipob.org. Twitter, @BiafraWriters. Publisher, Charles O. Penwa.